I'm on location today here at the Rum River. It was a couple years ago at this spot that I learned a very valuable lesson. Me and my roommate, we were sort of getting tired of wintertime. Spring fever had been setting in. We were getting bored of just playing Halo, so we decided that if spring wasn't going to come to us, we were going to go to it. So we went out to the garage and we grabbed the mountain bikes and threw them in the back of the truck, headed off to the Rum River to do some trail riding. As we got there, there was still snow covering the ground. It was 29 degrees outside, and as we were riding the trails, we found out that it's not really that easy to ride mountain bikes on a snow-covered trail, no traction. So after about a mile or two, we decided that we'd head down to the river and start to ride on the river because it was frozen, and we thought maybe riding on ice would be a little bit better traction. Not the best idea. The river would go from about 6 inches of ice to 4 inches of ice, and then back to 6 inches of ice, and then it would drop down to 1 inch of ice, and then sometimes it would go to open water. And so as we rode up the river, we'd have to keep our eyes fixed just on the ice right directly in front of us to make sure that it was good ice and safe. Life as a Christian can be a lot like this. The world sends us so many mixed signals, and we sit there and we see our friends and family sometimes buying into those lies. These decisions that you make, they most definitely affect you, but you sit there and you try to tell yourself, everybody else is doing it, it's not going to affect me. Me and my roommate, we were heading up the river, and as we were heading up the river, we could notice off in the distance that it was becoming more and more open water, so we thought that we would cross to the other side where we felt it was the safer of the two sides. As we slowly worked our way across the ice, trying to stay on the good ice and off the bad, I'd hear my roommate say, "Oh, this ice doesn't really look that good," and he would steer clear of it to get to where he felt it was a little bit safer. And finally, after quite a bit of working this way and working that way, we made it across, and we were heading up, and he started to say, I think this ice looks so much stronger. I'm sure this ice is totally solid. And as soon as he said that, I hear this crack and this crash and then a splash. He went through. How many times in our Christian life do we feel like that? That we've made it out of the danger zone and then crack, it happens, we fall through. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 12 says, "So if you think you are standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. No temptation has seized you except what is common to man. And God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can stand up under it." Let's live our lives on thick ice, following Jesus up the river, because He knows the way much better than us. And remember, when you think you're out of the danger zone and you're standing firm, be careful. Keep your guard up, because it's those times that you fall through. This is Pastor Marcus on location. All the way to right there. Oh, that's wet.